So what we have on here are collections of ordered pairs. Look at these ones are all functions. These ones are not. I'm going to pause the recording. I want you to pause too. And I want you to look at why, and then we'll talk about it.
It has 2 3s, so doesn't make it a function.
Okay, do you guys notice how there's 2 3s? And then can you tell me what's wrong with one of the other ones? We're just doing, is it a function? These ones are functions, these ones are not. So that's what's the problem with this one. What's the problem? Go ahead. What's the problem with some of the other ones? Well, that's okay. The 7s are okay. Because do you see how over here, all of these are 5, but that's still a function? Go ahead. Good. 2 3s. Oh, actually, all of these are 3s. All right. And then what about this one? Yep. Good. So how can we tell if it is a function? The x values cannot repeat. If you have an x value that repeats, it's not a function. That's literally it. Is that simple? Can the y values repeat? Yes, those are fine. The x values cannot repeat. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but with graphs. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I want you to pause too. Just look at them and you can chat with the person next to you. We're going to talk about why are these ones functions, because these ones are and these ones are not. All right, what's the problem with these ones over here? Why are they not functions? Go ahead.
They collide when you go.
Good, I like that, collide. When you put a, what do we call up and down? That'd be called vertical. Do you see, hey guys, look, do you see how if you put a vertical line there, what happens?
Looks like an L.
It collides how many times? Twice. Do you see right there and right there? How about this one? Do you see that? It'll collide. I like that. I'm going to steal that. Collide twice. And then how about this one? Yeah, it'll collide a lot of times, right? Okay, so how can we tell if it is a function? It will pass what is called the vertical line test, which means a vertical line can't hit more than once. If you draw a vertical line and it collides more than one time, it's not a function. Does this make sense? Okay. So when you're looking at ordered pairs or a table or something, x values can't repeat. And you can't draw, if you're looking at a graph, you can't draw a vertical line that hits more than once. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get you started on this and then I'll pause the video. I want you to pause too and try and do this with your people near you. And then we'll go over it together. I'm going to get you started though. So look, so you understand the directions. It is just, is it a function? Yes or no? So when you look at question 1, you want to look at all the x's. Look at the x's, -1, 0, 1, 2. Do any of them repeat? -1, 0, 1, 2. Do any of them repeat? No. So is it a function? Yes, we're good. We didn't get any to repeat. So down here at the bottom, for number 1, you would circle is a function, which is A. It's going to spell out an answer to the riddle here. We'll do another one together. It's just a yes or no. That's all I'm asking you. Look at number 2. It's right here. Look at the x's. -2, 6, -2, 0. Is that a function? It is no. Why not? Yeah, these repeat. And so for number 2, you would circle not a function, which is S. So again, I'm going to pause the video. I want you to just take a couple minutes and try this, and then we'll go over it together. Okay, I know you got it to spell something. I just want to make sure you act like this is what's going to be on the quiz or test is it a function, yes or no? So when you look at 3, look at all the x values. Do any of them repeat? Any of the x's repeat? They're all different. So 3 would be a yes. Okay. 4, do any of the x's repeat? Yeah, what repeats? The 4 does, right? All right, so that would be a no. All right, how about any of these? That one looks good. Is this one okay? Number 6? Yeah, they repeat. So that would be a no. So 5 was a yes. Wow, this is like a pattern here. It's like yes, no, yes, no. All right, how about 7? Are those all good? All right, that one's good. 8 would be a no. We've got the negative ones that repeat, and you have the zeros that repeat. So another yes and then a no. All right, and now we're on to the graphs. Can we draw a vertical line through each of these? Do we get any that hit twice or collide twice? No, that one's good. That's just like a constellation. Here, you can draw a vertical line anywhere. You're going to be fine. So these are both good. Actually, that one's good too. So 9, 10, and 11 are all yes. And then how about 12? 12 is a no. That's going to collide twice. Thank you. 13 would be yes. 14 would be no. So we get a no, yes, no. And then it says a good, a G-O-O-D. Are you seeing that? Good egg sample. Oh, 14 was a no. That was, I was like, why does egg have all those G's in it? I'm sorry. I even said, hey, look, it's no. A good example. Yay, we did it. Go on here. All right, the other thing we're doing today, so that was, is it a function, yes or no? The other thing we're going to do is domain and range. Domain is all of the X values. All of the X values. Go ahead. Okay, you're next whenever Emily comes back. I'll put you back to the top of the list. Domain is all of the X values. Range is all of the Y values. This is input, this is output. You okay? Yeah, no, you do what you can to your comfort level. I don't want you to re-injure your hand. I'll give you this one when we're done. Okay. So looking at this one, it is just a constellation of these 5 points. Here's how you're technically supposed to write the domain. Okay, if you don't write it exactly like this, I'll still give you credit, but you're supposed to draw a swirly bracket. This is how you'll see it on the SOL. Okay, swirly bracket, domain is X, and then there's a bar. The bar means such that. We're saying X values such that, and then you say what X equals. Technically, they're supposed to be smallest to biggest. So hey guys, look, we're gonna take all the X values, the most negative to the most positive, and just make a list. That's literally all it is. So we're gonna go most negative to most positive. So I have these 2 coins on the same X value, which, so is this a function? If I, oh, Miranda, get your head up. No, it's not a function, first of all. And what is the first X value? Wait, -2, good. So -2, comma, and then what's the next one? Just kind of reading left to right. 1 is the next one, and then 3. That's it. Now, if on your test, I get that the swirly bracket thing is weird. If all you wrote was this and left that off, I would still give you credit. Does that make sense? But I'm just letting you know that's what it's going to look like on your SOL. All right, range is going to be the same thing, except it's Y. So swirly bracket, Y with a bar, it means such that. It's Y values such that. And again, technically, they're supposed to go the most negative to the most positive. So this time we're looking this way. We're going to take Y values from down here to up here. So where's the first Y value? -4. It's going to be Y equals -4, comma, and we're just going to list them out. -1 is the next one. And then 2, and then 3. Good. This one's a mapping instead of a graph, but we're going to do literally the exact same thing. And again, if on your test you don't draw the swirly bracket and whatever, that's fine. As long as all your answer is correct, we're good. So X equals, technically they're supposed to be smallest to biggest. So just to be thorough, let's do that. We'll go most negative to most positive. So what's the most negative number? -7 is where we're going to start, comma, what would be next? 2, 3, 5, 6. Good. And then do the exact same thing with Y. Y equals, and again, it's supposed to go most negative to most positive. So it would be -1, comma, 3, 4, 8. Not bad, right? We can handle that. And if you put them out of order, I would still give you credit because it's the answer, okay? Same thing with this one, except it's a table instead. I'm just showing you all the different ways that you can see this written. All right, x equals, let's try and do them smallest to biggest, the most negative to the most positive. So it would be -7, -3, 4, 9. Beautiful. I'm just repeating you because your voice won't pick up on the microphone, so I'm just saying it too so it gets on the video. I know it sounds like I'm just copying you. All right, and then y equals, good, -2, -1, 0, 7. Now, if you don't have just a collection of numbers where you're just making a list of numbers, how you write it is a little bit different. Let's say it's everything, every real number in existence. Like you have a graph that goes left and right forever. It has arrows on the end of it. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's everything. You'll have to let me know if you've seen this before. Starts out the same way. It's the swirly bracket x bar. And we write it x, and it looks like this little e, and then a capital R. Have you ever seen that before? Okay, here's what that means. It means x is an element of real numbers. The capital R means all real numbers. Give me a number. It would include that. It would include that. It would include that too.
Every number in the entire alphabet.
All of them, including pi. They would all be in there. So R, bless you, R means reals. It's all of them. Does that make sense? Everybody in the whole world. Okay. It's like a little E. It looks like this.
Oh, why is it that?
It's element of the, I don't know, guys. I didn't invent it. I'm sorry. Correct. It's like a C with a line in it. Okay. Here you go. Go quickly. Thank you. Yes, go ahead. Is that a question? Go ahead. So Keith, and then I know you're next, and then Michael, and then you can go. Okay. All right. So if it says x is greater than 2, hey guys, I'll give you another break when we finish this page. Pay attention. So it's swirly bracket x such that x bar. How would you write x is greater than 2? X is, yeah, like the little alligator mouth. That's what I call it. Greater than 2. Why did I not put a little line underneath it?
Because it's not
Equal to. Perfect. Exactly. She's greater than 2. And if on your test, okay, I'll wait until you guys are focused. Okay. If on your test, all you wrote was x greater than 2, full credit. Okay. Because for heaven's sake, it means the same thing. All right, let's try this one. Swirly bracket x bar such that x is less than or equal to 1. So it'll be x is, and this will go the other way, less than or equal to 1. That's not too bad, right? All right, for this one, swirly bracket x such that x is not equal to 4. Do you know like a no parking sign where it's like the P with the line through? You would say x is not equal to 4. That's like no parking. That means every number except 4. So like give me a number. It would include that. 27, it would include that. -3, it would include that. Literally every number except 4. All right, and then last one of these, x and then such that greater than 5 but less than 10. Hey guys, listen. You want everything in between 5 and 10. So here's how you write this. Put 5, put 10, x goes in between them. You want all the numbers in between 5 and 10. And then please listen to me for my sanity. So I'll have to say this over and over again. Do you remember how the alligator wants to eat the bigger number? We read left to right. Your alligators will eat left to, like a little Pac-Man going left to right. Are they always going to go left to right? Yes. Left to right. Do you get what I'm saying? Yum, 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 yum. Why didn't I put any equal tos? Or should I have put any equal tos? No, greater than 5, but less than 10. Okay. So now we're going to state the domain and range from looking at a graph, which is a little tougher, but I believe in you. You can do it. Okay, look. Do you see how this is a line?
See.
Good. It's gonna go forever in each direction. So that means both the domain and the range are everything. What letter was that we used that was everything?
ER.
R. It was the little sideways E in the R. All reals. So your domain is gonna be all reals, and your range is gonna be all reals. They're both everything because it's a line. A line goes forever in both directions. So they're both everything.
Will it be like that for like every graph or like?
Every line,
Be like that. See, that makes a lot more sense.
every line will be all reals. Now guys, look, because this is a little bit tougher. Okay, I know you guys coasted through the rest of this, but pay attention. Look, here, this is gonna go left and right forever. Do you see that? So for X, X is left and right. I know it's really teensy tiny, but do you see how this is X axis? Left and right forever. So your domain is gonna be everything. Listen to me and you won't be. Left and right is domain. That's everything. It goes forever. Watch me point to this for the range. Range is your Y values. That's up and down. Is there any graph down here?
No.
No. So it can't be everything.
There's nothing.
It's Y staying above where? What is Y staying above? 0. Thank you. Whoever said that over here. We're staying above 0. Do you guys see that? It is. So we want the equal to on 0. Good. So it's going to look like this. Y is greater than or equal to 0. You want 0 and everything above. Domain is left to right. Range is down to up.
I was so confused.
Well, listen to me and you won't be.
I am still.
I'm going to do the next one and then I will take that question. Domain, we're going to go left to right. Look, left to right. Just look. Left to right. Hey guys, is there anything over here? No, there's nothing over here. So it cannot be all reals. It can't be everything. All right. We want X's to stay above what number? -4. So we want X to be bigger than or equal to -4. Why can I put the equal to?
Because it could be negative.
Yeah, like the point is on -4. If it was an open circle, then we would not put the equals. Now range is up and down. Watch, just look, up and down. Is there any graph down here?
No.
No, so it can't be all reals. We want Y to stay above. Now, careful, because it's not going to be -4. What's the Y value at that point? 0. We want everything above 0. So it is going to be that Y is bigger than or equal to 0. Label, do you see how I labeled the point? X, Y? Just label it. It takes half a second. You're going to be okay. Go ahead. I will now take the questions, but focus while I answer them.
What if you say it's greater than -1?
So then the graph, if it was -1, your graph would have to come down here.
Not like greater than or equal to, just greater.
So what that would be is a graph that would look like this. You would have an open circle down there and it would go all the way to -1. But since it's on 0, we have to say 0. That is a really good question. I'm just going to erase this so it doesn't like confuse anybody when I take the picture. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask your question. I didn't hear a question. That's not a question.
That's a statement.
Let's try another one then. You know what the remedy is for not understanding? More problems. Look left to right. Hey guys, look. Look, left to right. Is this graph going to go left and right forever?
Yeah.
Yes. So what's the domain?
ER.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we just call that all reals? When we say that out loud, that's all reals. That's everything. All reals. Beautiful. Now range is up and down. Hey guys, is there any graph up here?
No.
No, so it can't be everything.
That's less than.
It's, oh, good. Okay, let's go ahead and write that. Y is gonna be less than or equal to, and if you're not sure, label the point. This point is 2, 0, and it's x, y. If it's range, which one of those do we use? The 0, because it's y. We want to stay below 0. That feels like that went better, and I'm proud of you too. Look at this one. Just look, left and right. Is this going to go left and right forever? Yes. So what's your domain? All reals. Good. The range is a little bit interesting for this one because it's actually only one number. What is the only number that's in the range? 3 is literally the only number that you get in the range. So you're just going to write equals 3. That's the only number that's there. It's like the most boring graph in existence. Yes. Not necessarily. It's still a line. Can you, hold on one second. Let me pause this. All right, last one. Do you see these dots on the end? It does not go on forever. So it will not be all reals. Look it. Just watch me point to it. X is left to right. X's are stuck in between what two numbers? -1 and 4. Do you see that? We're sandwiched in between -1 and 4. So you're going to put a -1 and a 4. X goes in between. And how do the alligators eat?
Left to right.
Left to right. And you will put the equal tos because they're closed circles. If they were open, you wouldn't put this. Yes, it is called a line segment. Did you learn some geometry?
That was like 3rd grade.
All right, now look it. This is the last one. You guys have been awesome today. Look, range is up and down. Look it. I'm just going to point to it. The Y values are stuck in between what and what? -3. Good. And is that a 2? -3. Well, look on your paper. It's closer to you. -3 to 2. So you're going to put a -3. You're going to put a 2. Y is in between. And how do the little alligators eat? Left to right. Very good.